Hello, my dear students. We can discuss the causes of poverty. In the previous session, we discussed the poverty line, the poverty estimates, and also interstate disparities and global poverty scenario. So, our main topic is poverty. So, we have to find out the causes of poverty. So there are different causes of poverty. I think some causes of poverty already you know, that unemployment, lack of proper job, less income, all are reasons of poverty. So here there were a number of causes for the widespread poverty in India. And first we can discuss the historical reason of poverty. That is the low level of economic development under the British colonial administration. So what is the first point? In the first paragraph, page number 38, underline this top point. What is that? The low level of economic development under the British colonial administration. How the British administration causes the poverty? Because the policies of the colonial government ruined or destroyed the traditional handicrafts and discouraged the development of industries like textiles. So this is one of the main reasons for the poverty in India. Then we can move the second point. The second point is that high growth in population. The same paragraph you can see that there is low rate of growth in the colonial administration. There is less job opportunities and low growth rate of incomes. At the same time, we can see there is high growth of population. So the two combined to make the growth rate of per capita income very low. So what happened here? High growth in population. This rapid growth of population, especially among the poor people, that is one of the major reason for Indian poverty. Then next we can discuss the next point of or next causes of poverty. That is here you know that low rate of economic development that occurred in British colonial rule. There was less job opportunities. And also what happened? High growth rate of population. We discussed. Then we can discuss the third point. What is the third point? Unemployment. That is the third point. Unemployment. The thing is that here the spread of irrigation and the green revolution, it created many job opportunities in the agriculture sector. That already you know. We are discussing the second paragraph. But what happened? These opportunities were limited in some parts of India. The industries both in the public and the private sector did provide only some jobs. So that means here job seekers were more than the job opportunities. Many people, they were unable to find out a job, and what happened? Many people started working as rickshaw pullers, vendors, construction workers, domestic servants, etc. with irregular small incomes. So you know another reason, the next reasons of poverty, that is unemployment. So here what happened here? These people, they were unable to find out jobs. So they started living in slums on the outskirts of the cities. And the problems of poverty, we can see largely rural phenomena also became a feature of the urban phenomena. Then next we can discuss the next point, the unequal distribution of land. The unequal distribution of land. So here another feature of high poverty rates has been the huge income inequalities. Huge income inequalities, how these income inequalities occurred? The thing is that unequal distribution of land and other resources. There were government policies to solve the problem of poverty. But these policies were not solved the problems in a meaningful manner. So what happened here? The redistribution of assets in rural areas have not been implemented properly and effectively by most of the state governments. So what happened? Redistribution of assets or land in rural areas have not been implemented properly in many state many state governments of India. So what happened? Lack of land resources. It became one of the major causes of poverty in India. Lack of land resources. Proper implementation of policy could have improved the life of the millions of rural people. But what happened? That policies were not properly implemented. Then we are going to discuss the last point. The last course, the socio-cultural and economic factors are responsible for the poverty. Socio-cultural and economic factors that are responsible for poverty. So you can see that here, in order to fulfill the social obligations and observe religious ceremonies, the poor people in India, they spend a lot of money. See that. At the same time, these small farmers, they need money to buy agricultural inputs like seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. But they were poor. The poor, especially rural people, they are poor. They had no savings. So what happened? They compelled to borrow money and unable to pay back that money. And at last what happened? They were the victims of indebtedness. So the high level of indebtedness is both the cause and effect of the poverty. So here social factors means socio-cultural factors means people, especially poor people, in order to observe religious ceremonies and social obligations, they spend a lot of money. Then here another economic factor is that small farmers need money to buy agricultural inputs. That means the seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. But they had not enough. They have not enough savings. So what they do? They borrow the money, and later they were unable to repay the loan. So what happened? They are the victims of indebtedness. So the high level of indebtedness is also a cause and effect of the poverty. So here we discussed the various causes of poverty: the colonial administration, high growth in population, low rate of economic development, unemployment, unequal distribution of land, socio-cultural and economic factors. So dear students, underline these important points and study very well. Thank you.